Hey 10th graders, welcome to my channel. This channel's name is Judith Simplifies. So in the previous video, na last bit ki na voice koncham rale. So I'm going to cover that up today. So so that you won't miss any topic. So let's start the video. Trigonometric identities. This is the most important topic that you have to learn and note in your mind. We have three identities here. You have to note each one in your brain. So don't miss this video because it's important, and you have to note that three formulas in your mind. It will help in every problem that you solve. So let us start. So our first identity is sine square theta plus cos square theta. Here sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So, how we got this formula? Let us check that. So, this is our right angle triangle. Hmm? So, this side is hypotenuse, this is opposite, and this is adjacent. We name it the opposite side as P, and this adjacent side is as a B. Don't get confused. These are the assumed one. I mean, I named them P and B. So don't get confused here. So next, by using Pythagoras theorem, we can get this what do we say, p square plus b square is equal to h square. We know that the formula of Pythagoras theorem is uh, hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. You have to note that in mind because it is very useful for you in the 10th standard. So let us continue with the problem. In the opposite square, I have put p here, and adjacent square, I have put b square here. So next, in next step, we have to divide all the whole equation with the h square on both sides. H square, we have divided h square here over here. Then p square by h square is nothing but, wait, let us see, p square by h square. P by h is nothing but sine. Opposite by hypotenuse is sine theta. So square is there. So that's why square over here. So sine square theta. Let us see this one. P by h. That means adjacent by hypotenuse. So square is there. So cos square theta. What do we say? Adjacent by hypotenuse is nothing but cos theta. So here we got cos square theta. So this is the formula. This is the first identity uh, that we have to note that in our minds. This can be also written as, wait, let me show you guys. Let me write here. Okay, equivalent formulas. Here we can send this cos square theta over this in on this side. Let me show you. Over here, sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. Similarly, we can write like this also, because here there is a positive sign in front of sine square theta and also cos square theta. That's why we get here minus over here for both, for sine square theta also, for cos square theta also. You have to remember this too. These are important. So next equivalent formula is sine theta is equal to root over 1 minus cos square theta. I have sent this square in the right side, on the right side. So that's why it is like this. I did nothing but what do we say? I sent this square on the other side. So that's why it is a root over 1 minus cos square theta. Similarly, cos square theta is equal to root over 1 minus sine square theta. So these are the formulas you have to identify. What do we say? Remember. You have to remember these formulas in the entire 10th, not only 10 but also inter. It is useful for inter also. So this is the first identity. I'm gonna explain the second identity too. So this is the second identity that we have over here. The second identity is secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Here we have minus. So the equivalent formulas for these are tan square theta is equal to secant square theta minus 1. Secant square theta is equal to 1 plus sine square theta. Why we got here plus tan theta? Because we have minus here. If we send that minus tan square theta in the right side, it will become plus tan square theta. Why we got minus here? Because what we send this 1 this side and tan square to the other side. So that's why we got secant square theta minus 1. How can we get అంటే ఈ ఫార్ములా ఎట్లా దొరుకుతుంది మాకు? By using the same method as I showed you here. So these are all same. This applies for all three identities. So you don't get confused, okay? So here the other two formulas are these one. Secant theta is equal to root over 1 plus tan square theta. Tan square theta is equal to root over secant square theta minus 1. As I said in the earlier identity, ఇక్కడ కూడా సేమ్ వస్తుంది. రూట్ ఇక్కడ స్క్వేర్ ఉండేది ఇక్కడ రూట్ లాగా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది, ఇక్కడ స్క్వేర్ ఉండేది ఇక్కడ రూట్ లాగా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. ఇక్కడ స్క్వేర్ ఉన్నది కదా, ఇది ఇటు సైడ్ వెళ్తే రూట్ లాగా అయిపోతుంది. సిమిలర్లీ this square will turn as root if we send this on the other side. So next we have to remember this one over here, this rule over here. This is important. It will come in the objective part also. So you have to remember, rectify this rule over here. So please take the screenshot or write down in your notebooks. This is very important. So next identity, let's move on to the next identity. The third identity is cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. So by the same thing it will come as this. So let us see. Cosecant theta is equal to root over 1 plus cot square theta. Let us see this one first. So we have sent that cot square theta on the right side, so that it becomes 1 plus cot square theta, and we have sent this cosecant square theta, no, this cot square theta over here, and this 1 on this side. So cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta minus 1. Don't get confused here. Okay, don't get confused here and other two are these. That square, this square will turn into root if we send it to the other side. Similarly with this also. So these are the three identities that you have to be perfect in. You should not leave them. You have to focus in these three formulas so that you can score good marks in the exams. So let us move on to the next topic, which is basic questions. Let us see the first one. If sine theta is equal to 4 by 5, then cot theta. So sine theta we know as a opposite by hypotenuse. We have learned it in the previous video that sine theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse is equal to 4 by 5. We have written this as this. And cot theta is equal to adjacent by opposite. See, here opposite side is 4 and hypotenuse is 5. So for these type of questions, you have to use Pythagoras theorem. It is very useful. We have that way. So let us do the problem. See the problem. So as I said, Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse square is equal to adjacent square plus opposite square. So here they have given hypotenuse and opposite. So phi, place the hypotenuse value over here and the opposite over here. So phi square is equal to adjacent square plus 4 square. This is hypotenuse and this is opposite. So phi square, we have sent this 4 over here so that we can find the adjacent side value. So phi square minus 4 square. What is phi square? It is 25 and 4 square is 16. So adjacent square is equal to 9. 25 minus 16 is equal to 9, right? So adjacent square is equal to 9. So this square we have to transfer it in the on the other side so that we can get adjacent square is equal to root over 9. So the value of root 9 is 3. So cot theta is equal to adjacent by opposite is equal to 3 by 4. We have adjacent as a 3, opposite as 4 as given in the question. So 3 by 4. So the next one, let us see the next one. As I told you before in the previous video, tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta and cot theta is equal to cos theta by sin theta. Because cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta, so that's why we have reverse here. So here I have already said these are the reciprocals over here, so we have to remember this one too. Cos theta into secant theta is equal to 1, tan theta into cot theta is equal to 1. We have to remember this over here. It will be useful for us to solve the problems. So let us move to the next one. There is an other formula also. Secant theta into what do we say, sin theta into cosecant theta is equal to 1. Here cos theta into secant theta is equal to 1 and tan theta into cot theta is equal to 1. So these three you have to remember so that you can solve each and every problem easily. These are the main formulas that you have to learn. Remaining I'll explain you now itself. So please write these in your notebooks so that you won't forget about this. Please rectify these all formulas so that you can write the exams easily. అంటే మీరు ప్రతిసారి ట్రిగ్నోమెట్రీ చాప్టర్ నేర్చుకోవడానికి టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు లేదా రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్ ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈ ఫార్ములాస్ చూసుకోండి ప్రతిసారి ట్రిగ్నోమెట్రీలో, సో దట్ యూ అంటే మీరు మర్చిపోకుండా ఉండలేరు. అందుకనే మీరు ఇవన్నీ రెక్టిఫై చేసుకోండి. So these are the very important formulas that you have to learn. These can come as the objective type or the normal normal short answer type. So you have to learn this formulas in any case. You should not miss these one. So let us learn. You have to note these formulas in your notebook so that you can remember these formulas. So let us start. Sin A plus B is equal to sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. This is the first formula of ours. And the second one is sin A minus B is equal to sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So this is for the subtraction. So here cos A plus B is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. For plus, we have to remember as minus, and for minus, we have to remember as plus. For sin, plus as plus and minus as minus. It is a short trick. So cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So these are the formulas. And over here, tan A plus B is equal to tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. You have to remember this one too. And here, tan A minus B is equal to tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. This is the formulas. We have few problems on these formulas. I'll discuss it with you later in the other videos that are upcoming. So these are the basic, this is the basic trigonometry that you have to learn in the 10th class. You have to rectify the all formulas and keep keep those and note those in your mind so that you can't so that you can remember them. So I'll see you in the next video. ఆ వీడియో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మీద ఉంటుంది. Please support, show some love, subscribe, leave comments if you have any doubt, and ఎవరికైతే ఫేవరెట్ ఈ చాప్టర్ వాళ్ళు నాకు కామెంట్లో పెట్టండి. So let's see you in the next video. Please share this with your friends and buddies. So bye bye.